Hi friends, Petshop Pigeons here, and I'm so sorry it's been forever since I last uploaded. This video was intended for my 5-year anniversary, but I thought it would be fitting to also upload it to celebrate LPS Tube Day. When I uploaded the video in November, I asked everyone to list their LPS mascot along with their questions so I could make a special drawing featuring all of you guys. I didn't get as many as I hoped, but whether you are featured in this drawing or not, I still want to thank you and let you know you are very appreciated. So now, after long last, let us begin. Our first question is from Kitty Cat Girl asking, what is your favorite movie? And that's a very hard question because I have a lot of favorites, but if I could make an ideal trilogy of movies to watch, I would pick the first Matrix movie, the Dark Knight movie from the Batman Dark Knight trilogy, and Revenge of the Sith from Star Wars. Those are my favorite movies at the moment, but I also really enjoy animation, and I love Studio Ghibli movies. My favorites of those are Castle in the Sky and Whisper of the Heart, and I also really love stop motion, and my favorites of those are Coraline and The Nightmare Before Christmas. The next questions are from Little Sunshine and Panda Paws asking, who are your inspirations and who do you look up to? I would say my main inspiration for my work is really just seeing other people create, especially when it comes to things like miniatures and fandoms I like. And even though I haven't been watching very much LPS Tube, I've been feeling very inspired by LPS Cobalt, Oakstar LPS, and Hello Studios because I want to focus more on cinematography and set building and prop making for my videos. These next two questions are from Little Sunshine, with the first one asking, why do you make stop motions with LPS? Well, I used to use my 3DS, my Nintendo 3DS, to film videos since it had a camera, and it came with an automatic setting for stop motion, and that was something I played around with a lot when I was getting into making LPS videos. I really enjoyed doing it for fun, and I even made my own stop motion puppet recently. I really hope I can do it professionally someday though, because I love making sets and miniatures, and a lot of stop motion films are in miniature scale. Our last question from Little Sunshine asks, why did you choose a pigeon to be your mascot and not a main 5 pet? I picked a pigeon for my mascot mainly because they're my favorite animals and I love them very much, and I used a dove because I didn't have an LPS pigeon at the time, but I also would have liked having a main 5 pet just because they're easier to dress and film with. These next few questions are from Freak Studios LPS, the first one asking, do you like Star Wars? And yes I do, I love it so much. My favorites are Return of the Jedi and Revenge of the Sith, even though it makes me cry every single time. I've also seen Rebels and the Clone Wars, and I'm very afraid because I haven't watched Revenge of the Sith since watching them. I would say my favorite Star Wars characters are Darth Vader and Anakin, and General Grievous, but there are a lot more that I love that I'll just put on the screen here. The next question is from Freak Studios LPS and parakeetlps asking, favorite Disney movie? I would say of the original Disney animations, my favorites are Alice in Wonderland and The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. From Pixar, I love Toy Story and The Incredibles movies. And from Marvel, I love the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers, with Infinity War and Age of Ultron being my favorites. The next question asks, favorite Disney ride? And that's also another very hard but good question. I love all the rides, but if I had to pick, I would basically pick New Orleans Square because I love Pirates and Haunted Mansion. And it's not my favorite, but I also love the Storybook Canal because the miniatures on it are very cute and they're perfectly sized for LPS. From California Adventure, my absolute favorite is pretty much all of Cars Land, but especially Radiator Springs. Our last question from Freak Studios LPS asks, favorite character from the Haunted Mansion ride? And this time I do have one favorite, and it's the Hatbox Ghost. The next questions are from LPS Pastel Puppy and Stormy LPS asking, favorite color? Bubblegum pink is my absolute favorite, but two very close contenders are red and black. This next question is from LPS Pastel Puppy asking, in your opinion, what is an LPS mold that is underrated? I think alligators, bull terriers, and long-haired cats are very underrated, and they're some of my favorite molds actually. This last question from LPS Pastel Puppy asks, what do you like to do in your free time? During my free time, I love listening to music, crafting, planning and working on videos, and playing video games. And recently, I've also been getting into photography and sculpting figures with polymer clay. These next few questions are from Panda Paws, with the first one asking, would you rather it being very cold but you have loads of warm and comfy clothes, or it being really hot and having a cold pool to relax in? And I think I prefer it to be cold but have lots of warm and comfy clothes because I usually prefer the cold over heat because it's easier to get warm when it's cold rather than the other way around, and because I love coziness. The next question asks, favorite season and why? By far, fall is my favorite season because it has Halloween, my channel's birthday, it's cozy, and it has pumpkin and cinnamon everything. The only reason I don't like it is because around October I get in the mood for making Halloween stuff, but I have to focus on heavier schoolwork because of quarterfinals. Our last question from Panda Paws asks, what's the weather today? And as of today, it is bright blue sunny sky. The next question is from MW Motion, with the first one asking, how do you get inspiration for videos and where do you get ideas? I find a lot of inspiration for videos in seeing other artists create and things I enjoy such as music, video games, miniatures, and nature. Sometimes these inspirations spark new ones, like for example, I was inspired to make my most recent LPS music video because I really liked the band and the song, and I wanted to do something with it. I thought it would be funny to remake the song's music video and even the band members with LPS. My advice would be to begin with something you really enjoy and just see where it takes you. Just like how we all love LPS and we use our love for these toys to make things with it, like videos, photography, customs, and other artwork. The next questions are from MW Motion and my friend Zoe asking, why did you make a YouTube channel / why did you start YouTube? I started my channel because I watched a lot of LPStube when I was little, and I wanted to make my own videos to share with everyone, just because it seemed like a lot of fun. The next question is from Stormy LPS, with the first one asking, what's your favorite LPS? Of the ones I own, I would say these are my favorites right now, but I also really love my Traveling Wilburys customs, and this LPS Bull Terrier and Husky, who are going to be part of another band-inspired LPS project. But of the ones I want, my favorites are the Nintendo Collie, the Tom Dawson Great Dane, and the number 2526 Greyhound. The next questions are from Stormy LPS, Unicorn Love, and Parakeet LPS, all asking, why is your username Petshop Pigeons? I actually kind of came up with my name on the spot. I just knew that I wanted it to have LPS and pigeons in it. In general, I don't usually refer to LPS as LPS because I grew up calling them pet shops, so I wanted to incorporate that into my name. I also made my name have pigeons because I was obsessed with them at the time, and I still am, and I knew I wanted my mascot to be a pigeon, so that's really how my name was born. These next few questions are from LPS Ziva, with the first one asking, what is your favorite LPS accessory? And my favorites are pretty much everything in the LPS Garden Get-Together set, even though I don't have it, but I also really like this heart necklace from the LPS Punk Lizard. The next question asks, if you could be any character, what would it be?
The stupendous chief of the Yiga Clan, Master Koga!
Because he is one of my favorite characters ever, and I would love to be a part of the Yiga Clan for many reasons. Our last question from LPS Ziva asks, how do you like the new LPS TV show? And before this question, I actually didn't know there was one, but it looks very cute and I like it, though I haven't watched it. It looks a lot better than the original LPS show we had, and it reminds me a lot of the original LPS webisodes I used to watch when I was little. The next questions are from Parakeet LPS and Unicorn Love asking, which LPStuber is your favorite, and what is your favorite LPStuber? And quite honestly, I don't have one because I haven't been watching as much LPS2. There are a bunch I like, but I don't think I really have one favorite at the moment. These next few questions are from Parakeet LPS, with the first one asking, favorite TV show? And I'm very into cartoons, so my favorites right now are Courage the Cowardly Dog, Teen Titans, and Star Wars The Clone Wars. The next question asks, if you could talk to a big LPStuber, who would it be? I would love to talk to LPS Hannah, Sophie GTV, or LPS Lover because they're the queens and I think the originators of LPS2, and they've had such a big impact on our community. Our last question from Parakeet LPS asks, Do you like candy? And oh yes, I do. My favorites are chocolate, taffy, tamarind, and gummy. These next few questions are from LPS Sparkling Little Idea, with the first one asking, favorite mythical creature? And my favorites are dragons. The next questions are from LPS Sparkling Little Idea and Unicorn Love asking, what's a video you've made that you're most proud of? And what is your favorite video you filmed? And if I had to pick, I would choose my Handle with Care music video, my Haunted Mansion video, and one of my first videos, LPS Deep in the Ocean. The next question from LPS Sparkling Little Idea asks, is there anything you regret in your LPS tube journey? If yes, what is it, and how would you change it if you could? And, I'm gonna rant a bit here. One regret I have is deleting old videos. I used to delete videos because I had no space on my 3DS, which I used to film on, or because I hated the video. And no matter how bad they were, I really wish I could go back and rewatch all the ones I've deleted, because I don't even remember at this point what I used to film. I honestly would make most of my older videos unlisted just because I think they're kind of embarrassing and I'm uncomfortable with any of those being someone's first impression of my channel. Which actually brings me to my next point and biggest regret, when I first uploaded my freezing LPS video. I didn't think a lot of it when I first uploaded it because I just assumed nobody would see it, but over time it kind of blew up and my channel grew a lot. Everything about that video is gross and embarrassing, but I keep it up because it was a huge milestone for my channel. I gained a lot of subscribers during that time, but I also felt a lot of pressure because after that I had no idea what to upload next. And this kind of led me going into hiatus, and my channel started dying because of it. When I did get the motivation, I would upload every now and then, but when I did finally upload, it didn't get many views, and that was kind of discouraging to me, because I didn't want to put a lot of effort into something no one was going to see. So then I would disappear again, trying to think of better stuff, and then of course, my channel would only keep dying. It seems really silly looking back, but I'm just learning that I have to upload consistently if I want to revive my channel again. These next few questions are from LPS Blue Cat Productions, with the first one asking, if you got stranded on a desert island and could only have 10 LPS with you, which ones would they be and why? I think I would bring my mascot, my Roy Orbison LPS, and this alligator because they're some of my favorites. I would bring the Traveling Wilburys because they could play music. I would bring this parrot because he belongs to my brother and he looks like a pirate, and because I love parrots. And these two pet shops that my mom and I named Oito and Wissy. The next question asks, what are your thoughts on Kendras' version of LPS? I think they're cute, but I think our LPS are a lot cuter and better quality. I also found this cool website that compares our LPS to the Kendra version that I'll link in the description. The next question asks, do you own any LPS Lever QA pets, and will you show us them? And I actually don't own any because I honestly don't want to spend a lot of money on fake LPS, but I think they have some cute designs for pets. I've been considering getting some white bases and molds for LPS customs, but I'm not sure because even then they're still a little expensive. And now for our final question of the Q&A. LPS Blue Cat Productions asks, can you show us your first ever LPS? And yes, my first ever LPS were the 3-pack Squeaky Clean pets with this turtle, duck, and Jack Russell. I'm just kind of sad because I lost the turtle a long time ago, but these are my first pet shops. Whew, that was a lot. There was 32 questions in total. I had a lot of fun answering them, and I want to thank everybody for taking the time to ask them. Now, before we end this video, I want to take a moment to give shoutouts. Shout out to MW Motion, LPS Pastel Peppy, Unicorn Love, LPS Ziva, Freak Studios LPS, LPS Sparkling Little Idea, Parakeet LPS, and LPS Blue Cat Productions. And to be fair to our other question asking friends, I also want to give a shout out to Panda Paws, Stormy LPS, Little Sunshine, my friend Zoe, and lastly, Kitty Cat Girl. I'll link everyone's channels in the description, so please check them out and subscribe. I want to thank you guys all so much for watching, asking questions, and especially for your patience. Here's to 5, on our way to 6 years, and hopefully many more. Now, here's the final reveal of the finished drawing.